up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket.
Currently, Tinder provides services on a cellular device. However, instead of swiping left or right, it'll just take a click. As the app decides to expand its services online. Pete's Local Barn Restaurant here in Lafayette is getting very creative with Super Bowl 52. Fans that come in can get a chance to play commercial bingo. Fans who get the correct answers on the sheet will be able to win cool prizes. Search and rescue teams continue to look for Daisy Lynn Landry. They refuse to give up, returning back to deep, shallow, and wooded areas, hoping to find any type of clue. People are complaining about low water pressure, but that's because they're allowing it to drift during the night. Despite not having the Mardi Gras parade, members of the Newcomers Club says having the festival is a new and fresh way to celebrate the holiday. Who's gonna win, girls? Mama! Tonight, I'm here at Lafayette Christian Academy, and guys, it's going down. There are 7-0. Born into a military family with a sister being an Air Force nurse, Howard knew that it was in her blood to follow in her sister's footsteps.
With News 15's Paris Flannigan, of course, she is ringing in the new year somewhere very special. Paris, how's it going?
That is right, Farrah. I am here at the Grand Plaza, formerly known as the Ramada Inn Hotel, and it is going down tonight. You're missing it, girl. 22-year-old Malik Davis was arrested in connection to the disappearance of Daisy Lynn. Acadiana came together to remember the powerful legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. left behind. It's now been 10 months since family and friends have not seen or heard from her. The majority of searches are decreasing, but several search and rescue teams, along with volunteers, are not giving up and will continue to search until she's reunited with her family.
It's very disheartening to see the pain and the stress and the wear that it is on the parents. And it hits with me that, you know, this is something that I can do to help out, especially if I was in their position. It's just something I can't imagine.
Being a father to 8 kids, Jeffrey East with the Acadiana Search and Rescue says it's no longer a mission or a job. It's a passion to find Daisy Lynn Landry, the missing teen who was last seen nearly 10 months ago.
The case doesn't end until they're home, no matter how long it takes. Our cases don't get cold.
With unlimited tips and mass areas to explore, Jeff receives a helping hand.
You know, so Jeff reached out and wanted the dogs, and we of course got him to him.
As they come together to form a team, they have one goal.
Yeah, we want closure for the family and a sense of relief that she's just not out there somewhere anymore.
Jeff says there's a possibility some volunteers and other rescue teams may have lost hope, but he cannot say the same thing for his team and those willing to help.
We're not giving up. We're going to be here until she comes home.
In the future, he hopes others will find the faith and continue to locate Daisy Lynn Landry.
And it's okay if they need to take a break, but please think about coming back out and reinvigorating the search.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book is I Am Truly.
Can you show that to me? Meet 7-year-old Daly Johnson, a bright and curious girl who reached her goal of reading 120 books over the holiday break. This after being inspired by a similar story.
I saw an article about Caleb, this little boy in Chicago that read 100 books in one day. And Daly said, if he could do it, I could do it, Mom.
Reading one book at a time, Daly made sure to reach her goal, but also learn in the process.
I want to just take my time when I read it. I don't want to rush myself, because if I rush, I'm not going to learn the words in the book and stuff and learn about it.
The task was not an easy one. Reading through each book became a bit tiresome at times, but Daly's mom found a way to help her push through.
She said, like, whenever I get to 10, maybe we can do a little dance and we can get back to reading. So I said, well, yeah, that's a good plan.
At times she felt kind of tired, and she was like, Mom, and sometimes I would show her some of the messages on social media that people sent to encourage her, and that made her feel very excited. And so we just kept turning the pages.
Polka dot pants, sing and dance in your polka dot pants.
With her mother, family, and friends cheering her on, she plans to make another goal.
And my goal would be 135, I think.
Normally, Daly spends her time watching TV, but after this, it's a thing of the past.
Reading is my life.
And I believe if that stays with her, she'll be able to change the world.
Paris Flannigan, News 15, focus on family and the community.
We had our little Christmas get-together last night, she and I, and exchange presents, and we said, hey, why don't we go give blood together?
After 30 years of friendship, Nancy Copenhaver and Mariella Myers find unique ways to bond. This time, they decided to save lives.
When somebody's in an accident, you always hear that's the first thing they need is just donate blood. That's what they need. And it's not like you can make blood to give to them. We need to supply it.
Donating blood is something Nancy has been doing since college. But for Mariella, it's something she remembers since childhood when her father donated blood often.
I knew that it meant a lot to him to donate and how many people's lives it really does save.
When her father passed away 14 years ago, she knew the importance of following in his footsteps.
I knew that they were losing a very committed donor. I felt like I had to step up and take his spot.
Giving blood is now something special and priceless, as she saves lives with her friend while holding on to the memories of her father.
You know, you'd have family traditions that you remember them by, and this is just, I don't think anybody else knows that that's why I do it.
Thank you so much. Besides donating blood, there is one more gift that Nancy and Mariella wants to continue to give.
Just feel the love. We need more love in the world these days.
People get to express hurt, they get to express gratitude, they get to express dreams.
Most walls in the city go unnoticed, but this one will stop you dead in your tracks and it will dare you to dream.
I have ideas about becoming a teacher and whatnot, and seeing this wall has inspired me to just go for it, no matter what I end up doing in the future.
You may not be familiar with one, but it's a wall that reads, "Before I die." Creator Amber Pickney says it stands to inspire.
I'm one of those people that's always like write stuff down, you make a plan, you remember it. That's how you get things done. And so for these kids, I'm hoping that they write it on here and they pass every day and see this and say, okay, I want to be an NBA player, I'm going to do that. And so
she also believes it's a platform to unite, teach, and bring the community together.
Getting everybody out here working together, I guess it's really humbling just to see people getting along, and then they're feeding each other, they're learning each other.
And as she leads a community to bond, she covers the holes they struggle to fill.
Well, it really is a good interest for us, for the kids, because it's really nothing they got to do, you know, during the summertime and stuff.
With the writings on the wall, it all delivers one powerful message.
Live and be kind and be hopeful and love, really just love wherever you are.
Paris Flannigan, News 15. The bishop echoed the pro-life ralliers encouraging anti-abortion practices and encouraging women to seek other options. This all comes from a weekend of celebrations that highlight the pro-life movement.
As Catholics, we believe that life is sacred at all stages, from the moment of conception in the womb of the mother until natural death.
In Acadiana and across the country, pro-life becomes a priority for religious leaders. Ever since the 1973 Supreme Court decision to legalize abortion in Roe v. Wade, Bishop Desautels has a purpose.
That we never lose sight of the sacredness and reverence that's due to the human person. Because when we start to do that, then life at all stages becomes threatened.
Despite the national debate between women's rights and anti-abortion practices, he believes all lives should be protected.
Should welcome each and every human person. That yes, as human beings, we have rights. And we, of course, and there's no one who denies it today, science doesn't deny that the child in the womb is a human person. And that human person also has rights.
Whether it's a day or night rally, march or mass, they take a stand to speak for the silent.
I want them to learn to love human beings, to respect the human person.
For joining us, my name is Paris Flannigan, and you're watching News 15 at 8. Why is everybody here?
Well, This is a.
I am here in Marcus Park. That's right. Flannigan reporting here for the Hustle. I ate all of it. Every year, there's an organization that celebrates Christmas with single mothers. But it's awesome. Well, guys, there you have it. I think my mom's gonna go right to the pallet and take home the win. Who's gonna win, girls? I can't wait to get my groove on. Yet, Paris Flannigan, News 15, focus on family and the community.